Hi my people, and I hope you're all doing fine. I hope all of you are enjoying your Easter holiday. Now today is Easter Sunday, but bad news or sad news coming in indicate that Bobiwine shows the police has cancelled all of them, including the one that was meant to happen tomorrow, Easter Monday at Busabala. Now Bobiwine has of course gone to his Facebook page, and this is where I'm getting the information. And of course, let me just read for you what he has posted, just in case you've not seen it. Bobiwine says, "We have just received this letter from the Uganda police force stopping all our scheduled music shows, including the one scheduled for tomorrow at One Love Beach, Busabala. They have been playing ping pong games for over a month since we wrote to them. 3 days ago, they wrote back to us giving us a litany of requirements. We invested huge sums of money to meet their demands, some of which were unreasonable. This was in addition to what we have invested in advertising and preparing the show. I think they thought we would fail to meet them. When we did and submitted them, the responsible officers started hiding themselves from us. Last night, they intercepted the trucks which were carrying the machines for the show. Today, this is the letter they gave to us: no show. Please remember, all other artists are not required to fulfill any of these requirements, and their shows have not been stopped. This brings the total number of our blocked concerts across the country to 124 since October 2017. We shall not sit and watch our rights continue to be violated. We shall resist this impunity." And of course, this is the letter that is coming in from the Inspector General of Police, Asumani Mujenyi, and of course others copied in there. Just before we got this particular information, yesterday or the other day, Bobiwine and his camp were all celebrating because police had given a go-ahead to some of his shows. And of course, the Busabala show was one of them. And of course, Bobiwine came out and said that actually police had allowed or okayed him to have these particular shows. But of course, it is very sad that we are getting this particular news. Why not? Let me play you a clip of him saying exactly this.
Enteekateeka za Kyalenga Mongole ku Easter Monday Busabala zigenda maaso. Abatesitesi olunaku lw'eggulo bantegeezezza nti poliisi yabawandiikidde ne clearing ekivulu nene bateekerawo obukwakulizo bwe balina okutuukiriza. Ekyomukisa omulungi obukwakulizo bwonna tubadde tubutuukirizanga era tubibuyina buli kye baasabye, so tukitwala nti show yaffe eri cleared. Era njagala okukozesa omukisa guno okuyita abawagizi baffe bonna bajje Busabala, bajje tunyumirwe, mukuume eddembe, mukeereeko kuba twagala kutandika mangu ate tumalirize mangu. Tubalindiridde, tujja kusanyuka obalaba bannange ku Easter Monday. Kituufu kyogambye nti obukwakulizo tubadde nga tubutuukiriza naye ne batwemeza okubeerawo, naye ffe tetwagalako wakola kintu kituufu. Yensonga lwaki era tukyayita mu mateeka ne tukola buli kyetaagisa tulabe nga sayidi yaffe eba eteredde, nga munange bannaffe bannapoliisi abapoliisi be baba basalawo oba bamenya amateeka oba bagoberera amateeka. Bonna abawagizi abaguze tiketi tebagwamu maanyi, babeere bagumu. Tukola buli kisoboka okumakinga sure show yaffe ebeerawo, kumega sure nabo batuwagira naffe ne tusobola okubeerawo. So tebagwamu maanyi ngera bwe mbategeezezza nti show eri cleared, bajje tunyumirwe. Ffe tetulina buyinza kusalirawo muntu yenna kyayambala, fashion kijayambala oba langi kijayambala. Ffe waffe buli muntu waddembe okwambala kyonna kyayagala, buli omu mukubiriza ayambale kyawulira ekimunyumira. Lwakuba era mbakubiriza obutayambala byesitaza, obutakuna manyo oba obutayambala ebyo biyinza butabaweesa kitiibwa. Naye yambala ebikunyumira, yambala langi gy'oyagala, yambala fashion gy'oyagala, kasita okuuma eddembe, kasita otomanya amateeka. Obuvunaanyizibwa bwaffe kukubiriza abantu butamenya amateeka, kukubiriza abantu kubeera bantu balamu, kubeera bampisa. Si buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe basalirawo kye bambala. Buli muntu waddembe okwambala kyekimunyumira, okwambala kyayagala, kasita akuuma obuntu bulamu, kasita takunama, kasita akuuma eddembe, kasita tamenya mateeka. Ebyokwerinda of course tukwatagana ne poliisi etu offering security.
Well, most of you know I'm not a Bobiwine fan. I'm just a Ugandan guy that loves music, that loves entertainment. But I think government and the police, or the police of course is government, I think they should stop combining or mixing the two, music and politics. Well, you can't really do away without them, but I mean, they should just play their cards very well. I mean, you cannot stop somebody from having a show simply because he is from the opposition side. We've seen this right from 2018. I mean, it's bad, it's weird. But again, we all know that Bobiwine allegedly gets his money from the shows and the concerts he holds. So if you want to put Bobiwine down, you will definitely have to work around his shows to cripple him financially, so that he does not have anything to do with money once the right time comes for when that money is particularly needed. Well, we are just 1 year away from the general elections in 2021. I don't know what will happen next year. I don't know what will happen the other year, but I pray to God to just intervene. My name is Dennis Duke. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for subscribing. Keep subscribing if you've not, and like, comment, and share my videos. Until then, it's a goodbye from me. See you again.
I will assert that actually democracy works. Okay? And anybody that despises democracy is despising the people of Uganda. Speaking on behalf of the ghetto people, for us there's nothing that we have apart from ourselves, apart from our numbers. And we believe that one ghetto child is as good as a minister. Okay? So we have the numbers, we are calling upon people, and people are going to assert their voices. And then we shall wait for anybody that messes with our voices. That is for another day. We send a very brief message. And this will go to the political players. Like I said, we don't waste our time anymore with this. But we have to spare every time and maximize it for each other. We must remind ourselves that, like it was said by great men before, we must either work together and survive as brothers or perish together as fools. So to all of you opposition players, I want you to know that this is for all Ugandans. All of us are equal. All of us have an equal stake in this country. And so, if we have an equal stake in this country, we must all be respected. We must all be listened to. We are fighting the exclusion, the nepotism, and the segregation of Museveni. But it is not absent even within the opposition. And for anybody to solve a problem, you must face it. We must face our realities, ladies and gentlemen. It is just recently when I saw some of our leaders on TV, and it was disappointing. Not just to me, but even to the border guys. Come to me and say, guys, now you are fighting each other. My message, and I believe our message to each other, should be that we are not at war with each other. We are not each other's enemies. I said it before and I'll say it again, that of late I've come to conclude that some members in the opposition are only concerned about their positions, and they will fight any composition that threatens their position. But that is wrong. That is not how it is supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever we are saying here, we're not saying it on our behalf. No, we're saying it on behalf of those people. But many times it does not come off as representative of those people. How can we say we are trying to elevate the power of the people? In the modern days, in a civilized world, those people assert their power through their vote. But we are busy discouraging our people from registering as voters. Uganda is a young country. We have that energy. I want you people to know that we as young people of this country, we are capable of causing chaos. We are capable of holding guns. We are capable of violence. We are more capable of violence than you people. But we choose to despise violence because it does not work. That is not what Semogerere taught us. That is not what Mushimut is teaching us. That is not what Mao has been saying. We believe in democracy, the real democracy. And that democracy should not depend on us as politicians. It should depend on those people. So, for a leader to say that a vote can never oust Museveni without offering another
option. It is disappointing. We continue to call upon Ugandans, like we said, what we, the politicians, cannot solve, the people of Uganda can solve. They should go ahead, register as voters, and be many. We've seen it in the recent past. The power of the people prevailed in Chadon, it prevailed in Ujiri, it prevailed in Rupunjiri, it prevailed in Arua, it prevailed in Jinja, differently from the likes of Dr. Paul Kawanga Senkwele. You know him as a noble person. You know him as a statesman. We are lucky to look at him in his 80s, where he is supposed to have served his nation, and this nation is supposed to have benefited from his talent. But here he is, only waiting to die a disappointed man, because all his goodness has not benefited, not him, but not his people as well. So Mabike is asking, what are we planning to do differently? Or are we also going to turn 80 and we are there and they say, oh, that guy was a very good person in this country, and this country never benefited from that? What do we plan to do differently? I'm glad that we are answering that question practically. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It has not happened so much in the past. And some of us that have not been active politicians have actually been out there, because we are Ugandans just like you, ladies and gentlemen. And indeed we are concerned about how our country is governed, because most of us, especially the ghetto people, are the ones who face the brunt of misgovernance. But to know that we are here, we are discussing the future of our country, we people from different shades, different backgrounds, different persuasions, I think that makes sense. So we are probably answering you. But how different enough are we? What have we learned from the past? We've seen us coming together and then breaking away. I'll tell you one story. I was seated in my ghetto with my friends. Although the rest of the world was looking at us like lumpies, we were just miserable young people waiting for a miracle from you, our leaders. You guys went into discussions because all of us were tired and are tired of Museveni still. And our hope was in your unity. So we were just blowing our finger. How do we say that in English? We were